she will play it because she's a crazy reviewer, gamer. Hopefully this song is shorter for you guys because she thinks the last one was too long, but she still is a crazy cat lady, you gamer. Hopefully this is the last one because like before, I don't like singing these songs.
CrazyCatLady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational and entertainment purposes. Hi everybody, Martha here. So I'm doing a review for Toy Story 2 today, and when I rate these movies, but even after I see Toy Story 4, it's gonna be harder for me to rank which one's the best, which one's the worst, because these three so far are so good, and definitely Toy Story 2 is good, because what happens to Woody in it, Woody kind of goes what Buzz went through in the first one, but in a different matter, because he's happy with his life with Andy, and he does not know about who he really is, what he learns in this movie. So he helps Wheezy after Wheezy gets taken to the garage sale, and he has to deal with what happens to his arm after what Andy did to his arm after he played him before Andy went to cowboy camp and not able to go to cowboy camp with Andy. And so he acts as Buster. And he knows he can trust Buster to go and take him down there to go and get Wheezy back. But on the way back, after he gets Wheezy, because he sells him, he goes into the 25-cent jar. Wheezy must be really bad if he's only worth a quarter. And and while that Al or somebody else, we don't know Al's real name. We just know what the toys are calling him. And I do like the fantasy that Rex plays at the beginning, because every single time I see that scene, it reminds me back when I was little. Because he's playing a Super Nintendo, the game system I played. Like, yes, Super Nintendo, yay! So I like that part so much because it reminds me of the good old days. I mean, I love you, PlayStation. I love you, Switch. But I miss my Super Nintendo. Miss my Mario World and my Donkey Kong. Darn. So, anyway, back to where we were at. And so we'll just call him Al, and Al finds finds Woody, and tries to steal him after Woody had that bad dream about him dying, basically. So that was a terrible dream to experience. I bet now he has to get kidnapped. And first he talks to Andy's mom, and his mom. First he tries to make a deal with Andy's mom about the fact that I'll pay you. And Potato Head says $50 ain't half bad. $50 ain't half bad, right? So, but his mom says no. He locks Woody inside of his school toolbox, but Molly gets he's distracted with Molly doing something, so she uses the skateboard to break something, I guess, or one of her stuff she's selling. And he gets inside the toolbox and steals Andy. And steals Woody. So Woody's now kidnapped. And Buzz tries to go after him, but he couldn't. And he gets a feather from him and turns back to the other toys. And the other toys decide, what are we going to do? Because Andy's mom doesn't know what's going on. Andy's mom has no idea that Woody's gone. So they have to make sure they get Woody back before Andy's mom, or Andy figures out that Woody's gone. So it's up to the toys to get Woody back. And the toys later started to figure out, like, and Rex and Potato Head are like saying, which direction did the car go? Like, it went down in this direction. Like, and Rex came and starts with, "Way to go, Rex! You wrecked our crime scene. I didn't know there was a crime scene." And here is and Buzz is trying to figure out what the license plate was. So like, instead he by using the spell checker and like. So, like, they're even using license plates in this, like, you guys are toys, not detectives. But, and he figures out once Potato Head says toy, he puts, like, and he types in Al's Toy Barn. Al's Toy Barn. So this is why they think the guy that took Andy is Al, because they made him, they X to draw a guy, X to draw the guy with the Chicken Man suit on. And earlier they watched that commercial, so they know, like, and so Ham says, "I always knew we couldn't trust that the guy, the Chicken Max." And you guys are right, you couldn't trust him. So they decide what they're gonna do, and they tell Mrs. Potato Head and Bo Peep that they're going to have to leave. So the ones that go with Buzz are Potato Head, Slinky, Rex, and Ham. So we gotta go and get our Woody back. We'll get Woody back today. And Mrs. Potato Head says, "Don't talk to any toys you don't know." And Buzz says, "To infinity and beyond." And next thing we see is Woody figuring out where he is, which is a department where no kids are allowed. Darn. And he wakes up and the toys are, the other three toys are out. And the first one he sees is Jessie, and she goes, "Yee-haw! It's you! It's you! Yes, it's you! It's really you! Yes, it's me!" And he pulls the string. "There's a snake in my boot." "Oh, it is you. Please stop saying that. Prospector, someday you save your life. Be here. Prospector, he wants to meet you." And she asks Bullseye to go and get Prospector, and she says, and Woody says, "It's a box. Mint in the box. Mint in the box. Never been opened. Tell me around Bullseye so I can see him." "Ah, the prodigal son has returned. Yes, it's you, it's really you." So, but I bet Prospector would be worth a lot more than Sora is right here. I might have to let him out because this box is not exactly in the best of shape. Darn it. But anyway, the thing after that, this is when Woody figures out who he really is, and he tells Bullseye to turn the light on, and he sees all the other collections, that the other parts that don't talk. Like, these things don't talk at all. And he realizes, like, he sees that there's a big bolt thing of himself, and sees a bunch of magazines on the floor. And Woody says, "Holy cow!" And there's also notice that Jessie turns on the TV, and sees Woody's Roundup. "Come on, it's time to play. There's Jessie the Golden Cowgirl. Well, hey you, looky, that's me. Jessie, Bullseye, he's Woody Hearst. He's a smart one. He's the old Prospector." "And Woody's man himself. Time for Woody's Roundup. He's the very best. He's the wooden twosome cowboy in the Wild Wild West." So he finds out that he was a star of an old TV show where he was a puppet, So where the whole entire thing what happened in the first movie where he was because he almost in the first movie the idea was going to be have him to be a puppet like a Nutcracker, but now they the TV show where he's actually a puppet. So so that's what he found out, and he like goes over to like the record player. Him and Bullseye start walking on the record player, and he's like fine and then and like happy here like, and this is when this is when the Prospector says, "Now beyond your museum, what museum? The museum. We're on our way to Tokyo and Japan. Japan? I don't want to go to Japan. What do you mean? I gotta get home to my owner, Andy." He's gotta get his owner, Andy. See? Yeah. I guess the name marked up. I used to have Charlie used to say Bertha on there, but he notices that, and then they say he still has an owner. Oh no, can't go. And he figures out that they can't do this again. They can't go back to the dark. And they said, "We've been storage for a very long time, waiting for you." "Why me? And the orders are only listed in the collection if you are in it, Woody. If you're not there, we go back into storage. It's that simple." And he says, "I'm not going to the museum." Like, "I'm not going back into storage." And that's when Al comes back, and they Jessie has to jump in there. She does not like it. And Professor says, "Look at me. You will come out of the box. Now go." And they jump, and he goes back to where he was sitting. And he realizes that he tries to take Woody out of the box, where the last container where he had Woody. And this is when his arm falls off, and he has to set an appointment for the toy repairer to fix him, and stuff like that. So that's what happens with a toy repairer, and he says he has to come tomorrow. And then Woody like goes, "Ah, my arm is really gone." And the processor says, "Here, let me see it." "Oh, it's an easy repair. You consider yourself lucky." "Lucky? Are you shrink wrap? I'm missing my arm." Let him go. Jesse says, "Let him go. I'm sure his owner Andy would like to play with a one-armed cowboy doll." And Professor says, "Okay, that's enough, Jesse. He wouldn't last out there for a while. It's a hard life for a toy." But they did watch some of the show before. They watched some of the show and find out that the show was canceled. That's why the show they were on was canceled. And this is when we go so this is the reason why I don't think Al is Al, because he drives his way to work I just think he's the mascot of Al's Toy Barn. Because he drives his way to work. If he was the boss, if he owned Al Toys Barn, he would be able to set up his own work hours. So his real name's not Al, because even though his job's right across the street from where he lives, he's still complaining about, like, I have to go to work on Saturday all the way to work. So, like, they're lucky that all his during shots for commercials didn't interrupt their time watching their TV show. Like, we don't know how long the TV show is, how long the TV show lasted. So, and while this is going on, Buzz and the other toys are walking their way to Al's Toy Barn, and they're using the map that they got from the commercial, and they're asking, "How much longer, Buzz?" And about a couple more blocks, or a couple more miles. More miles. And poor Potato Head's like, "My poor shoes," and all of them are all tired. And Buzz is like, "Did Woody give up on me when I was strapped to a rocket?" No. "Did Woody give up when you guys threw him out of the back of the truck?" "Oh, you had to bring that up." No, we have friends in need, and Wes and to be safe in Andy's room. Now let's go! And they put a flag behind him, and this is when it's nighttime. Woody's trying to get back his hands, and Owl has Cheetos or cheese puffs, something in the bowl, and he accidentally drops them, and he has to get past those things to go and get his arm back. And Bullseye tries to help him. So Bullseye helps him and gets up there to go get his hand. And this is when the TV turns on. And you realize he takes, and Owl wakes up and takes back Woody's hand and leaves the room. And so Woody is stuck there because now his arm's out of the room. And he figures that Jesse turned on the TV, which we know who really turned on the TV, but we're not there yet. So he gets mad at Jesse, and she says, "You think I did that?" So the next morning, try to remember what happens next. We'll just do if this was happen. We'll just do the way I think it happened. So, they talk about what Buzz and the other toys make it to where they need to go. The next day they make it to Al's toy barn, and they go inside the toy shop, and they're looking for Woody inside the toy shop, but they go in different aisles. Rex sees the game manual for the game that he was playing, and grabs it and will start reading it, while Slinky and Ham and Potato Head go and look in another aisle, but they travel in style, and they so they get a car. But Buzz goes down the aisle where his toys are, and sees that there's another Buzz, but a way more better equipped Buzz, because this Buzz has the belt from the video game that Rex is playing, and he doesn't have that belt. So he like, am I really that fat? And he wants to get that belt, and he tries to reach for the belt, and the other Buzz stops him by grabbing him and puts him back inside a box that is apparently open. I don't get that. Do they have loose boxes in toy shops for toys to grab? I thought the toys come into the store already in the box. Doesn't make any sense. Where did he get an empty box? And he puts Buzz into a box and back on the shelf. And he takes over his place while Slinky and Ham and Potato Head and Rex travel in style and go to where the Barbies are, and they they ask one of the Barbies, "Can you help me?" And one of them says, "I can help. I'm Tour Guide Barbie." And she gives them a tour of the toy shop. And this is when they run into the new Buzz. This is what we're going to call him, the new Buzz. And they don't know it's the new Buzz. Guys, just look at the belt! That's all you have to do. Just look at the belt! Because the old Buzz didn't have the belt! And this guy has not had identity crisis yet, like that Buzz, that your guys' Buzz has. This guy has not had his identity crisis. So you should know your Buzz, because how he's acting. But nope. And they figure out that Woody's not at the toy shop. They figure out Woody's across the street, but because they go inside Al's office and figure out where he is by looking because they see Al there taking pictures of Woody, because during this time, at the same time this is going on, Woody is getting fixed up by Jerry, the one we see in Bug's Life, the Bug Life short before Bug's Life, the one who's playing chess, is fixing up Woody and making him where he has his arm back, and he says he's for collection only. You play him too much, you may not be able to work anymore. And Al says, "You're a genius. He just looks like new." And he took a bunch of pictures of Woody and the other toys and the stuff, and he went back into the office and was faxing him to Tokyo. And this is when they figure out he lives across the street. And while this is going on, I think this is when Jessie tells him about her sad story about her and Emily, and about how Emily probably take place back in the 70s because how the pictures, everything that's going on. So, and she has that sad song is playing. When somebody loves you, everything is beautiful. Every hour spent together. That song, and it lives in her heart. And we find out that Emily was into cowgirls, but eventually she got into makeup, and she grew up because I'm guessing she's about the same age as Andy, or maybe a little older, and she accidentally drops Jessie under the bed. Like, I know from being in this situation, like, I never got into makeup, but I have dropped toys under the bed. I would have found Jessie before this, but I don't know, maybe Emily is not the type of girl to look under the bed. Because she did not find Jessie until she's an adult and probably going to college and starting to sell some of her stuff so she can start getting rid of some of her stuff so she can go to college. And she leaves Jessie at like a Silver Army place, and that's where the song ends. And she tells Woody, and Woody asks, like, how long will it last, Woody? And he like, you think Woody's gonna take you to college or on his honeymoon? And he's growing up, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can go with us, Woody. You can us or last forever. It was adored by children. And he says, yes, I'll stay. So now we're back to where we're like Buzz gets out of the box that the new Buzz put him in, and he sees that the other toys and the new Buzz got inside of Al's suitcase, and they get in there and they take their toys over there. And while Buzz has to go back across the street, but this is when Zurg gets out, and he says, "Destroy Buzz Lightyear! Destroy Buzz Lightyear!" But so none of them know that Zurg is on the way, and they go up the vent. They have to get out of Al's car, and they're like figuring out, and the new Buzz hits the door. They unlock the door, and the poor Potato Head was trying to unlock the door, and he like lost his arms, and Ham's like, ah ha ha, and they like decide to go up the vent because they're like wondering how they're gonna get up the elevator, so they decide to use the vent and go up that way. And they got on top of the elevator and do it that way. And poor Rex had to lose his manual, so he does not have his manual. Poor guy. And he figures out there's like no way you can beat Zurg without having this manual. It goes torch, and I tell you, like, you have no idea how good you got it now. Like, I had to use a manual once in order to beat stuff. I'm still using manuals now, but I mean, we had to live in a time where we had DLC and stuff like that, but thanks for you guys, thanks for YouTube, I don't have to really use manuals that much very often anymore, though. So, They get back. They get upstairs and stuff like. They get up on the elevator and they get onto the right. But the new Buzz tries to make it where it's hard and make it where they have to this climb up there instead of using the elevator. And he acted like, stupid me, I should have used my blue bubble, wherever it's called. And he lets go, and then they say he wouldn't, like he would, and then he lets go, and they land back on the elevator, and he says to infinity and beyond, and they still have not figured it out that this is not the same Buzz. You guys are not being very intelligent here, because Ham's says after Potato Head once they get back in the vent, Potato Head says, remind me to tape his lid shut. You guys should just realize he's not the same Buzz. And they take him up. They go up. They go and they this is when they go and see Woody. And the second Buzz and the real Buzz goes up there by hanging out to the elevator. So, excuse me. They get in there and they realize that Woody doesn't want to go, and both Buzzes are trying. Our Buzz is trying to convince him to go, and but the old Buzz is like this, and the new our Buzz tells him that he's like some type of majesty and what type of code, and he kisses him because he shows him his shoe that says Andy on it, and Slinky says, I knew it was you. So they convinced him to let him go, but Al shows up too early, and Woody ends up getting captured ends up being taken to the museum, because this is when we find out the Prospector is the bad guy. He can get out of his box, and he says, I try to reason with you, Woody, but you keep on forcing me to take depressive measures. And he locks the other toys behind the other vent by using his little saw nail. The same things that I forgot what's called. The tools. His little axe. It's not like a big axe, but it's a mine axe, and he uses that to screw them up before Woody can get in there, because he asks Jesse and Bullseye to come with him, and this is when he finds out that Prospector is not in the box, and Prospector screws him out and that's when he this is where Al comes in there and takes them, and the other toys head back. And when they head back, guess who they find? They find Zurg. And Zurg and the new Buzz have a fight. And on the elevator while they're going down, and they do the whole entire quip of they do the Star Wars quip no Buzz, I am your father. and the new Buzz says no. And Rex is trying to make him where he says, you just had to believe in yourself, you can beat him. And Rex accidentally knocks Zurg over, and is, oh, I did it, I finally defeat Zurg, go Rex, yay, Rex beat Zurg. And the new Buzz says, father. And they head back down. The elevator is back down there, and Slinky tries to reach for the suitcase, but he's not able to. And Potato Head stops the door with his hat. That's a James Bond reference right there, I bet. And so they get out there, but Al's already gone, so they have to figure out how to get to how they catch up to Al. And Buzz asks the new Buzz, "Are you?" As they see that they find that a pizza truck, and they ask the new Buzz, "Are you going to come with us?" And they like, "No, I'm not. I'm gonna play time with my dad." And and him and Zurg are playing stuff with each other, like playing ball with each other. And Buzz said like, "Farewell." Like, yay! No one don't have to deal with two Buzzes now. I can stop saying new Buzz and old Buzz. So they get inside the pizza truck and they start driving it. Like, the way they do this is weird. Is the one who's controlling, like, it's a stick too. The fact that they're making them drive a stick is even harder because they have the one who's like handling the pedals is Slinky, and they and Rex is given the navigation while Buzz is driving, and there is three little green men telling them, "Use the wind-up power," and one of them I think it's Slinky that pulls the stick. So they made the toys pop the clutch. The fact that they're getting toys drive, but they're not only driving, they're driving with a stick. So we know what type of gear the pizza trucks use in that stick. So they make it to the airport. So we know our toys know how to drive, even with stick, because driving stick is hard. And they get inside of a animal carrier, and a little girl sees them, and she asks, "Oh, mommy, look, a doggy!" And Slinky goes, "Bark, bark, 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 bark." Okay, and they says, "Check." Buzz like give him a thumbs up, and they make it to where the suitcases are, and they get inside the suitcases, and they find that they have to find out where they go, so they all separate, and the toys are so Potato Head saves the green aliens, and he has to deal with the aliens saying, "You saved our lives! Do you return the Griffin?" Like, "Yeah, sure." And he says, "Do you have saved our lives? Do you return the Griffin?" Because they almost fell out of the pizza truck, and they keep on saying that. So and I'm glad they kind of paid it off in the third movie, because where Potato Head is also returned the Grateful to them. So it's like it's paid off. I should have mentioned that in my third review, but I didn't. But I mentioned it here, so I'm happy that they paid that off back where they are eternally grateful to the little green men. And they go into the suitcase room, the suitcase where they have the suitcases, and they have to like go on different compartments and stuff like that. And they find out, well, they separate, and I think it's. And then they find out which one it is because they're inside a green suitcase. And they open the right box, and that's when Prospector punches Buzz, and Buzz and him have a fight, and also Woody have a fight with the Prospector, and all the other toys, because the other toys found a camera, and they bring the camera to shoot to him to blind on the Prospector. And they grab him. Like, this is when they put the Prospector on a bag where he's with a little girl, where she's gonna be and start playing makeup on him. Was what Stinky Pete sees is a Barbie that is like all messed up. Like, she's an artist. Molly, I think her name is, and. So that's what Stinky Pete has to deal with from now on, and they get Bullseye out, but they don't get Jesse, so they have to go after Jesse, and so Buzz and Woody get on Bullseye, and they go after Jesse, who's about to get put onto a plane that goes to Tokyo, and they get there before the plane takes off, and they get to Jesse, and Jesse like, come on, Jesse, let's go. Like, what is Andy doesn't like me? Like, oh, and Woody says, oh, he'll love you. Besides, he's got a sister. He does? Why did you say so? Let's go! And they end up trying going out, but this is when the plane starts to take out. Buzz and Bullseye didn't get in there. It was just Woody. So they have to figure out a way to get out of there, as by going through the legs, and they jump out, and Woody almost loses his hat, but Buzz catches it, and they get back down there. So Bullseye did really run like the wind, because he caught up with a plane and got them all out there, all four of them out there. And Woody, when they got out of the airplane, and Buzz gave Woody back his hat, and Woody got his arm chipped off by Prospector. So when he runs into Andy will not notice that his toy has been fixed, because that would have been a problem. He would have asked his mom, why is it? Did you fix Woody? Then she was gonna say, no, I didn't. So they made it back before Woody got back from cowboy camp. Like, and she did, and he says, "Oh, new toys! Thanks, Mom." Like, your mom didn't get you new toys. So the next day, somehow Andy fixes Woody's arm, and Jesse and Bullseye are both in the company, because Andy signed her boot, and also signed it Bullseye's hoofs, and he tries to spell it out. Spells out Andy's name, but first he spells out Danny. And so Buzz and Jesse flirt with each other. So Buzz got himself a girlfriend. You got that, guys? Jesse is Buzz's girl, not Woody's. Okay, so next time you do a Halloween costume with Jesse, make sure you has your man dressed as Buzz, okay? Not Woody. So, because right here, she Buzz tries to flirt with her, and he doesn't do a good job of it. But Jesse doesn't care, and Jesse hears that because Buster was trapped inside the room, door was shut. And he tells Slinky, bark, like, and bark, like, and Slinky says, this guy needs to go outside for a little private time. And Jesse gets on top of the card thing. That's the exact thing that Buzz uses in order to get out of there. And she opens the door, and so poor Buster can go do and he opens and makes him open his wings. This is funny. So this is when the movie, after that, I think Weezy does the "You Got a Friend with Me" song, and while that's happening in the background, both Buzz and Woody are Buzz asks him, "You're still worried about Andy, aren't you?" Me? Nah. Besides, when it all ends up, I'll have Buzz Lightyear to keep me company. Infinity and beyond. And you do, buddy. You do. Even after the third one and the fourth one, Buzz is still there for infinity and beyond. So, guys, what do I think about this movie? Well, this one, I think all Toy Stories so far are 10 out of 10. So let's go and get my friend and me so he can do his score.
So, guys, but you're a collector like Martha, be like Martha. Don't be like Al. Understand? Don't do what he did. Don't steal for your collection like he did.
Yep, that's right. Don't do that.
So I give it all for Pause. Mateo. Bye-bye, guys. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yep, because I have 32 subscribers right now, and I want to be able to get to 50 and go higher. So, guys, help me do that by subscribing and hit that little bell so you get notification. So bye-bye, guys.